Industrial Revolution first started in the 1780s in Great Britain. It all started when some factory owner with a kick-ass moustache who tells you that he is smart and can feed you well if you work for them. So inevitably, you follow him, confident to get a good life, but only to end up here. Maybe make some new friends. Jokes aside, thousands of kids would be enticed out of their homes and families by fake deals of good food and sanitary livings, only to end up in these absolute dirt-ridden places. Many children would also die when being crushed by the cleaning machine or losing a limb accidentally. Some children would even have to wave goodbye to their families and basically live in cramped dormitories in these factories at the young ages of even 6 years old. Children as young as age 4 could be sent to work in these workhouses, a dirty, damp and dark place where they are forced to work for 12 or more hours a day for low payings in shillings and awful food. But how did Britain dissolve from a normal country to a factory tsunami? Let's see. It is believed one reason for the industrial age of Britain is because of a higher demand of munitions needed for the ongoing war in America. This led to many machines being developed and paved the way to full industrial town. Hey Mr. Benedict, hey Factory Owner Chris, what's up? Word is that Britain are broke and cannot afford any munitions for the war. More kids to work for us? Absolutely. As it turned out, many machines required small hands and small people to operate, and who better to do that than kids? These factories rapidly printing munitions was good, but a bit of an insult to the struggling economy. Therefore, they simply increased trade with their allies and colonies such as Portugal, India, and Canada. A bit like Monopoly Men. Another reason for the industrial breakout is a very large supply of, you know it, you love it, coal. Sure is a lovely day for some coal mining. It would really suck if some guy came up and stole my 2-year supply of coal. Hey, I'm here for convenience to the plot. We need some coal because we are starting a huge age of Britain where everything is emission and causes great needs quickly. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, is that Hippo? Where? Hey, I didn't see. What? Where'd he go? And my coal! No! 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 Hey, Mr. Benedict, the deed is done. In case you couldn't tell, there was a lot of coal that most people wanted for welding, among other things. Lots had to give up their coal for the sake of the Industrial Revolution. Now Mr. Benedict gets some sexy factories. And gladly so, because a new way to get around faster has been invented. Okay, let's review. We've got a lot of factories in towns, plenty of coal, a do-pass train, among other things. Maybe one day we can talk about it. So Britain weren't doing so bad, but their economy did start to suffer, maybe because of the continental system. Oh, I know. Something we totally aren't already doing. Increase trade. Since they couldn't trade in Europe, they increased trade in other parts of the world, and this revived their economy and made more industrial equipment. Geographically, people who made and worked for the machines earned a lot of money and social benefits. But things weren't all great. Many owners also wanted money and wealth for themselves, and so paid the people who were already struggling enough low wages. And as if things weren't bad enough, diseases such as cholera and influenza spread like crazy. The air had become so polluted, you'd be covered in dust standing outside, and many homeless would die of monoxide poisoning. This brings us to the story of Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was an anonymous serial killer who murdered around Whitechapel Manor, and he was terrifying. His tactic was to surprise his victims, attacking from behind, and slit the throat before they had a chance to scream. He also removed the victims' organs and did some very disturbing things such as eat them or send them to the police force. He always did this quickly. This is what historians think let him get away with all the murders, And once he sent a letter with a present to the police force, and it went a little like this. Hey guys, we got a present. Oh boy, let's open it. Jack the Ripper sent the police a kidney. What's worse is what happened to the other kidney. Jack the Ripper fried and ate the other kidney. Now Jack the Ripper would need his own video, so for now, no more spoilers. Quick, you have 5 seconds to name what this is. You're wrong, unless you're right, doesn't matter. This was of course the Broad Street Pump. This is where it was. Notice anything strange? Me neither, but it turns out the water was infested with cholera. The Broad Street Pump actually got all of its water from the Thames River. Want to know what else happened in the Thames? Workers who had to collect waste would often dump them in the sewers. One problem with that, the sewers are now infested with human waste and disease, and as it turns out, the sewers also got cleaned out. Well, how it got cleaned out will worry you. A hole in the sewage system led the dirty sewage water to go right into the Thames. Companies who provided bottled water and Broad Street Pumps water would collect water from the Thames, which are diseased and dirt-ridden. As a result, people would drink it and die. This claim can be supported by this source, which shows that many who used the Broad Street Pump were more likely to die, yet a lot less casualties were reported in other towns. But how? Well, you had the Vauxhall and Southwark Water Company supplying the Broad Street Pump, and it collected its water closer to the whole of the Thames. On the other hand, you have the Lambeth Water Company supplying other towns and providing less deaths. In conclusion, Vauxhall Water collected dirtier water and provided the Broad Street Pump. After this, Britain worked towards reducing the carbon emissions and giving women equal rights, followed by children allowed to be free from the workhouses and equal pay for all. Britain made their cities cleaner and a much better environment for all and improved transportation. So what did we learn?